Warm welcome to the race preview of Madras races season 2020-2021 second extra meeting. Race number 1 will be the field game play division 2, a distance to be run as 1400 meters. Now we are looking at two horses, number 1 Magical Wish and number 6 Beauty of Turf. Number 1 Magical Wish in race number 119 was in 8th position while asked for an effort. Covered very good grounds, ended up a close third behind Pacific in race number 119, whereas number 6 Beauty of Turf was in 5th position most part of the journey, dropped back to run 7th in race number 119. Our next runner will be number 2 Song of Glory. Song of Glory, who met interference passing the 750, was in 8th position. While asked for an effort, just managed to beat one home, ended up 7th out of 12 runners. Now runs without the side cheek pieces. We've got the other two runners of number 3 Baden Baden and number 8 Wonderful Era. Number 3 Baden Baden in race number 124 was in 3rd, 4th position most part of the journey, dropped back gradually to run 7th, whereas number 8 Wonderful Era, who was in 7th position, covered very good grounds, covered close to about 6-7 lengths to finish an eye-catching 3rd in race number 124 in 5 furlong, now runs in a 7 furlong contest, is number 8 Wonderful Era is by Samid out of Shivalik Stone. Our next two runners is number 4 Platini and number 5 Spirit of Zion. Number 4 Platini is by Win Legend out of Naftela, is 5th position most part of the journey, came from the outside barrier, ran a very good second, whereas number 5 Spirit of Zion was in 11th position, did not get a fluent gallop, ended up 9th in race number 93. Our next runner is number 7 Amicus Curie. Amicus Curie was in 13th position in race number 62, did not raise a fluent gallop, just managed to beat 2 home and ended up 11th in race number 62. Number 9 is Before the Dawn. Before the Dawn, who was in 4th position, showed a tremendous turn of foot, won on a margin of 5.5 length, carrying 56.5 kilograms in 6 furlong contest. Is race number 115 is number 9 Before the Dawn, is drawn inside this race. We move on to the second race, the division 1 of the field game played 1400 meters. Branca is a first runner. Branca in a higher category in race number 108 was in 9th position, gained some grounds, just managed to beat 4 horses, ended up 5th in race number 108, finished about 8 lengths behind Lord Ascot in race number 108 is number 1 Branca. Number 2 is Chaitanya. Chaitanya was a brief leader, then again dropped to run 5th, then gradually dropped to run 7th out of 8 runners in race number 128 is number 2 Chaitanya over 10 furlong trip, now runs in a 7 furlong trip. Agnes is our next runner. Number 3 Agnes is by Arabian Gulf out of Magic Touch. Agnes in race number 34 was in 10th position, never raised gallop, dropped back to run 12th out of 12 runners. 12th behind Rhiannon in race number 34 is number 3 Agnes. Our next two runners will be number 4 Dominant and number 9 Amaterasu. Number 4 Dominant is King Daka out of Carousel, was in 5th position while asked for an effort, ran a ding-dong battle between Royal Commander, ended up a 3/4 of a length behind Royal Commander, whereas number 9 Amaterasu broke his blood vessels, ended up 9th out of 10 runners in race number 45 is number 9 Amaterasu. Arithmetica is our next runner. Arithmetica, sporting that yellow blinkers, is towards the rear position, traveled towards 10th position most part of the journey, finally managed to beat 1 home, ended up 9th in race number 108 is number 5 Arithmetica. Fort St. George is our next runner. Fort St. George, who was down at the rail, who was at 7th position throughout the journey, never raced a fluent gallop, ended up 7th in race number 93. Close to about 7 lengths behind Star Convoy is number 4, Fort St. George. Swiss Agata is our next runner. Swiss Agata, who was in 9th position, never improved till bend while asked for an effort, did show some zest, did beat a few horses, ended up 6th out of 9 runners in race number 113 is number 8, Swiss Agata. The third race will be the horses. Maiden horses, 3-year-old only. We've got 10 runners facing this. We are now looking at Beauteous Maximus, number 1. Sporting the blinkers is Beauteous Maximus. Was slowly away. Managed to run 3rd out of 6 runners. Close to about 7 lengths behind Bolivia is number 1, Beauteous Maximus in race number 103. Number 2 is Gold Speck. Gold Speck was slowly away, losing about a few lengths at the start, was about 7th position, then improved to run 5th, then again dropped back to run 7th in race number 56 is Gold Speck. Now runs with tongue strap, hoping for a better show, is drawn inside. Is by Crimson China out of Doing My Best. Not So Naughty is our next runner, is by Gusto out of Spirited Challenge. Not So Naughty is another horse who lost a few lengths at the start in race number 111, was in the rearmost part of the journey, just managed to beat one horse in race number 111, ended up 9th. Mystical Magician is our next runner. Mystical Magician is by David Livingston out of Babushka. In race number 110, was in 9th position throughout the journey. Hoping for a better show today. Number 6, Mystical Magician. Strong Breeze. Strong Breeze is by Planetair out of Ruby Queen. Was in 4th position till Ben gradually dropped back to run in 5th position in race number 92, close to about 7 lengths behind Emelda is number 10. Strong Breeze is by Planetair out of Ruby Queen, is ridden by jockey Akshay Kumar. Our 4th race will be the Blaze the Track Play Division 1 and a handicap for horses rated 40 to 65, a class 3 race. So we are looking at 3 runners. Number 1, number 1 Queens, number 1 Cattle, number 11 Queens Hall, and number 2 Texas Rose. We've got 3 runners in race number 4. Number 1 Cattle, who was a failed favorite carrying 60.5 kilogram, was in 6th position. Just managed to finish in the frame behind Glorious Land in race number 109, whereas number 2 Texas Rose was slowly away, losing a few lengths. Just managed to cover good grounds, ended up 7th, whereas number 11 Queen's Hall was in 5th position, bet one home, ended up 4th out of 11 runners, is number 11 Queen's Hall. Demerara is our next runner. Demerara, in his customary front-running role in 10 furlong contest, went on start to finish. Just dropped back to run 4th out of 8 runners behind Penang. Now runs in a 6 furlong contest, runs with a bright chance. Our next 3 runners will be number 5, Wonder Blaze, number 6, Crown of Stars, and number 8, Rosebrook. Number 5, Wonder Blaze, in this occasion was in 8th position. Just managed to beat a few horses, ended up 5th, whereas 6, Crown of Stars, was in 5th position, dropped back to run 7th. Number 8, Rosebrook, slowly away, losing about few lengths, just managed to run 9 till bend, then again dropped back to run 10 out of 10 runners, whereas Copper Queen was a 2-good winner in race number 121. We are now looking at Royal Rules and Glorious Champ. Number 7, Royal Rules is by Summit out of Quiet Appeal, was a distinctive winner in race number 120, was in third position while asked for an effort, rallied splendidly, beating a margin over 1 3/4 of a length, whereas number 9, Glorious Champ, was in fourth position, drop back to run 10th in race number 120. Number 10 is Boomslang. Boomslang in race number 7 was hanging out, did not get a clear run. Was hanging out, was about 10th position. Dropped back to run 11th out of 12 runners behind Breaking Bound. And race number 7 is number 10 Boomslang is by Dean Skitten out of Darla. Our fifth race will be the MJ Iqbal Memorial Cup, a handicap for maiden horses, 4-year-old and only, a class 4 race. Number 1 is Cavallo Vincente in race number 113, was a favorite who settled in 5th position while asked for an effort, just ended up second. Divina was a 2 good winner in race number 113, won over a margin of 5 1/4 of a length in race number 113 is Divina. Cavallo Vincente ran second. Cavallo Vincente is by David Livingston out of Chicobella. We've got 3 runners, number 2 Naomi, number 3 Awesome Gift, and number 5 Talon. Number 2 Naomi was in 4th position, rallied far too late to finish second in race number 117, whereas Awesome Gift traveled in 9th position throughout the journey. Talon was the other horse who lost about a few lengths at the start, never had any show throughout, ended up 10th in race number 117 is number 5 Talon. Star Chieftain is our next runner, number 4 Star Chieftain. Star Chieftain had a smart jump, did not gallop fluently, ended up 14 out of 14 runners behind Grand Royal in race number 106 is Star Chieftain is by Mullah of Kintyre out of Captain Lover. Fine Teak is our next runner, number 7. Fine Teak is by Senior out of Excellent Ability. Was in 10th position till final 600 meters, did not gallop fluently, just dropped back to run 12th, ended up 12th out of 12 runners behind Wakeful is number 7. Fine Teak is rated 27. Golden Streak is our next runner, number 8 Golden Streak, met an interference in race number 18, was in 7th position, just managed to beat one, ended up 6th out of 10 runners behind Angel Heart. Angel Heart was a 2 good winner, winning over a margin of 6.5 lengths. Ended up 6th to Angel Heart as number 8 Golden Streak. We've got 2 runners, number 9 Icy River and number 11 Moment of Life. Number 9 Icy River lost a few lengths, then showed some racing zest, covered a real good ground, ended up a very close 4th behind Senora Bianca, whereas Moment of Life went in start to finish journey, faded gradually, ended up 5th out of 10 runners as number 11 Moment of Life. Our last runner will be Proper Lady. Proper Lady is by Watch the Script out of Anna Rosa in race number 116, was in 8th position. Throughout the journey, just dropped back to run 9th out of 9 runners behind Wild Frank. Wild Frank, who just managed to beat in shorted in race number 116. We now move on to the 6th race, the VS Dhanasekar Memorial Trophy Handicap for horses rated 80 and above, basically a class 1 race, a metric mile contest. We've got 3 runners, number 1 Glorious Destiny, number 3 Hope and Glory, number 2 Bernardini. Number 1 Glorious Destiny, who was in 8th position carrying 54 kilograms, covered a few lengths, ended up 5th behind Cavallo Veloce, whereas number 2 Bernardini, who was in 7th position, who met interference in middle of the stage, ended up 6th. Hope and Glory, who also met interference, was in 9th position, dropped back to run 10th behind Cavallo Veloce is number 3 Hope and Glory. Number 4 is Tudor Treasure. Tudor Treasure, who lost about a few lengths, came up with a telling strides to win over a margin of 1.5 length to Glorious Destiny in race number 58. Is Tudor Treasure a horse to watch out in the 6th race? Our next two runners is number 5 Durango and number 6 Royal Currency. Number 5 Durango in race number 104 was in 4th position, just managed to run 3rd behind Renault Star. Royal Currency, who went start to finish in 1800 meter contest, just managed to hold Renault Star. Renault Star was a good winner, won over a margin of 1 3/4 of a length. Royal Currency is by Corporate Jungle out of private collection. Our last race will be the Blaze the Track Play Division 2, a handicap for horses rated 40 to 65, 5-year-old and over. Number 1 is Butterfly. Butterfly in race number 97, carrying 54.5 kilogram, went in a start to finish journey, fought on excellently, bet Star Waves with a margin of 1 1/4 lengths, putting the tongue strap and rubber bit as number 1. Butterfly is by Phoenix Tower out of Kismet. Number 2 will be Desert Hawk. Desert Hawk was in 2nd position most part of the journey, just failed to beat Lord Ascot, who was too good in race number 108, carrying 58.5 kilograms. Will now carry 60 kilograms is by Surf Rider out of Desert Gross is number 2, Desert Hawk. Our next 3 runners will be number 3 Victoria's Secret, number 4 Magnificent Star and number 6 Pinewood. Number 3 Victoria's Secret is by Netwiz out of Phoenix, was in 10th position in race number 120, just managed to beat 3 horses, ended up 7th. Magnificent Star, who drifted out of a straight course after taking a good jump, ended up 5th, whereas number 6 Pinewood was in 6th position throughout the journey in race number 120. Olympic Duel is our next runner. Olympic Duel did not ride his heart out in race number 101, was in 4th position, just dropped to run 6th, clocking a smart timing of 59.52, hoping for a better show, claiming an allowance of 5 kilograms, is now carrying 53.5 as number 5 Olympic Duel. Rushmore is our next runner. We're now looking at race number 22, Rushmore, who was box-seated in the 3rd position, gradually dropped back to run in that 8th position, finished 8th out of 12 runners, finished 8th behind Queen of Venice in race number 22 is number 7, Rushmore is by Chamo out of Culture Stock. Papa Rich and Henrietta are the next 2 runners. Number 8, Papa Rich, who was on 5th position, covered real good grounds, was just shocked by Henrietta, finished 2nd behind Royal Rules, whereas number 10, Henrietta, who was in 2nd position most part of the journey, dropped in the final stages, ended up 4th behind Royal Rules in race number 120 is number 10, Henrietta is by Green Coast out of Kiss of Love. Our last runner will be Starproof. Number 9, Starproof, was in 4th position, released the brakes in final bend, rallied splendidly, won over a comfortable margin of 2 3/4 of a length to Fun Lover. Now has a handicap of 57, should run a brilliant race today. Shadow of Love is our last runner. Shadow of Love in race number 95 went on a start to finish mission, could not hold on, gradually faded out of the scene, ended up 8th out of 11 runners behind Crown of Stars is number 11. Shadow of Love is by Arizona out of Sweet Solario.